What's that behind you?
What's behind me? Why the fuck
Among Us.
Why did I turn around? 6 most disturbing things discovered in basements.
Julia Perez.
August 2nd, 2010, just past 8 p.m. A security guard in Ontario, Canada was doing his nightly rounds on rural government-owned airport lands. Among the trees, the area was dotted with a few abandoned houses that were commonly targeted by vandals and arsonists.
Arsonists? They're just burning down abandoned building? That's amazing.
No, you can't. No, I heard it, bro. Hey, when you said it, I thought about Batman immediately. Batman Arkham Knight, where the nigga was just burning shit down.
Firefly.
No reason. Yes, bro. Like,
I noticed a suspicious vehicle parked close to one of the houses. He decided to sit there and wait for the owner to return. And arsonists. On this night, the security guard noticed a suspicious vehicle parked close to one of the houses. He decided to sit there and wait for the owner to return.
Batman.
I feel like you're more suspicious at that point. There's a nigga, like, there's a car outside parked of a house, and you're like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna just stalk him too. So now there's just 2 stalkings happening. You know how weird that must be? Or like when the nigga gets to his car, he just sees the headlights turn on. That's some Batman shit.
2 hours would pass until he finally gave up and continued doing his rounds.
2 hours? No, I'm giving me 30 minutes at most.
5 minutes, nigga. I'm just gonna take a break to look on TikTok. That's all you getting out of me.
He did a full circle.
Yeah, 5 minutes on TikTok turns to 30. Come on now.
Well, I mean, you're not lying. It's more of like I don't even want to admit it.
Fast forward over a year later to November of 2011, and a set of contractors were sent out to the same house to examine it for later demolition. However, as they were completing their inspection, they would discover something in the basement. They walked inside and saw chains bolted to the ceiling extending to the ground. The whole room was recently painted completely white. There was a construction bench, along with tools marked with red paint. There were multiple jugs of water. All the windows had been double paned. The walls and ceiling were insulated with double-layered fiberglass.
What the fuck they got going on in there?
Because I'm got the jigsaw actually going.
Like, what's happening?
So you want to play a game?
Like if someone was planning to abduct another person and lock them inside. This prompted them to look through filed reports.
I don't think it was a plan. I think it happened.
No, like I think it happened. This shit is rusted.
Look at all the details.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna tell you why he painted over, because there was mad blood everywhere, nigga. He had to clean this shit up.
Inside. This prompted them to look through filed reports.
Why the fuck would you think it's a movie though? What about that's like?
Because they're Canadians and they're uneducated.
That's so fucking crazy.
And this would lead them to the report made by the security guard over a year prior. Fortunately, the security guard had written down the car's license plate in the report, which gave police a starting point.
God. Batman? Nigga? Like, who does that shit?
I remember last year I caught his license plate. You know, wait, it's the same dude though. That's crazy.
That's amazing, right?
Eventually, this would lead them to a man named Robert Edwin White.
They found him.
After that, not much research was required to put the rest of the case together. Robert's wife had recently ended their marriage, and she would turn to her close friend, Gwen Armstrong, for support. This made Robert grow a deep resentment towards Gwen, as he felt she was responsible. Robert's now ex-wife would end up telling police how Robert ran a renovation business, and that he always marked his tools with red paint, which was consistent with what they found in the basement. This was enough to get him arrested, and while in custody, he would admit to renovating the abandoned house's basement.
This nigga was plotting to... Wow. Love is a crazy thing, dog. That's some shit.
I'm trying to think of why they have reason to arrest him though.
Right? No, all right. So I'm assuming it's gonna be
because
in the next 30 seconds.
To their knowledge, yeah, but up to this point, their knowledge is he just went in this house and started changing the layout and shit.
Yeah.
They didn't actually find any like body or anything yet. I'm curious.
Until now.
And although he didn't say why he did it, at least not until he was thoroughly questioned in court. There he admitted that he wanted to abduct Gwen Armstrong, his ex-wife's friend.
He's a fucking idiot. That's it. He's a fucking idiot. No, he's an idiot, Lefty. Who rats themselves out like that? That's some crazy shit.
At least he didn't do it.
Well, I mean, I'm not like, all right, let's pause for a second. I'm not wanting him to get away with doing this. It's just like, me personally, you're not catching me like this. I'm lying on the stand every time. I don't think I can say that, because aren't you supposed to like... No. watch the video. I'm not.
Yo, he is YSL. Get him now. Get him
Again,
now.
Phil was responsible for his divorce. Robert was charged with breaking and entering with the intent to commit an indictable offense.
All right. No, like that makes sense. Like they arrest him for the breaking entering, and then they got the other part afterwards.
Said, all right, like
no, because like I was really trying to make it make sense. Like, but it makes sense.
New sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Ain't no.
yo,
ain't no way you snuck in a Raid Shadow Legends in this type of video. What's going on, Ronald?
It's the way he's saying it to me.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. Like, what you gonna tell me some scary shit about Raid?
At first, the post looks pretty innocent.
Oh, it doesn't.
Pictures show parts of the.
This does not look. It is. That is pure concrete floor. Like,
bro, I just fucking spit. I'm still gonna drink this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Basement with accompanying text. The text explained how he just purchased the house only 2 weeks ago. The previous owner had passed away, and the house was very old, which made it a pretty cheap buy, something Jerry described as perfect for a first-time homeowner. As the post continues, Jerry explains how when he purchased the home, the basement was completely full of junk, like to the point where you couldn't even really go down there. When he purchased the house, he started cleaning it out himself, and that's when he noticed a sheet of plywood oddly fit against the wall, something he never noticed before. He tried moving it, but it was pinned to the wall by the stairs.
Bro, why do niggas buy shit like
hell
that? I get it, like you're trying to save money, dog, but like the niggas that sold it to, the contractors, they couldn't move the shit out themselves? That is crazy. What do you think is my
that's the other thing I'd be thinking. I don't want to know, but there'd be times where I'm thinking like, if I had like 5 dudes with me, I wouldn't be scared of anything.
Facts.
Like if I had 5 of my friends and they're helping me clean out the basement, like yo, let's just go open this bitch up. Like I'm not scared on what's the other side of it. It was like the other day when I heard something in the woods. I was like, bro, if I had like 10 people with me, I'd go in the woods right now to go find it. Like
no, you know, I be feeling like that. But then I think about like every horror movie and how they all get picked off one by one. It's like whoosh, whoosh,
yeah, well that's stupid. Like that's not real life.
But we don't know what's real life because we never did that before. Like we never, like there's not 10 niggas that are not going into like a abandoned house, and we're not gonna hear the story about how they survived. That's just what it is. We just don't know because never comes back.
Give me 20 men and like 10 handguns. We're surviving.
I'm not being one of them 20 men. I'm letting you know right now.
He climbed at the top of it and could make out another room.
No! Oh. Yo, I thought that was an eyeball. Like
nigga. I'm drinking water, dog. Stop.
What is that? Is that a face? Top left corner. Yes. Now go back and see what he said.
Wall by the stairs. He pried at the top of it and could make out another room. He pulled harder at the wood and it finally gave way. Immediately he saw a safe.
I'm gonna just assume this is like a Fallout.
The safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume like this is like where they put like all the shit of like value. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
He stepped inside the room and tried to open it, but it was locked. He searched the
took
rest
pictures
of
of his whole adventure. Like the POV cam. Like
at this point, I'm thinking money, son. I gotta get into the safe one way. Just going. By any means possible, I'm in this bitch.
Room and found multiple gun cases.
Whatever it takes. Oh, this dude was strapped.
What the fuck?
This is his fallout shelter.
Yo, nigga, this is your dad.
This is not my dad.
You don't know that. Go check.
I do know.
No, you don't. Check them concretes.
They were all standing.
Ain't a little crack in them walls, nigga. Just take a little chisel at it.
I ain't got no cracks in my walls.
You don't know that.
I don't even have a basement.
You're not looking at the right walls. I'm talking about going in the woods, nigga. You see a little hole in that shit? You're gonna find an armory.
On top of one another. Accompanying this were crates upon crates of ammunition.
Yo, what was he getting ready for?
This nigga was ready for war, bro. That's a Remington shotgun this nigga has
Yo,
somewhere.
when does this get disturbing? This is hilarious.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie though. I don't know if I'm reporting this to the police. I might just keep all this shit.
That's illegal.
Yo, bro. It's only illegal if they know. And if they find out, if they find out and be like, yo, listen, I had no knowledge of yo, bro, this is the Call of Duty ammo boxes, bro. This shit not real, bro. This thing is a troll.
I'm not key. I'll sell it though, low key.
That's a bag, ain't it?
I'm not selling it to strangers though. Like I would just sell it back to gun stores. Be like, I know you need this shit. Like,
no, black market.
Looking, he just kept finding more. Also found inside.
Here's a grenade.
Nigga,
All
he was
right.
going to war. Now you have to report.
Who is he going to? Who is he plotting for? Like,
you have no. Listen, you have to go to the police at this point because now it's dangerous. Now there's a fucking bazooka
Yes.
in the corner.
like
Now it's scary for you to be even in the vicinity. I'm not opening up no more shit. Like this.
I'm not touching that safe. I open that safe, it blows up.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. This shit booby trap. I'm out of here now.
no, what is in the safe? Because he has all this in the open.
Gotta be a C4.
Although
No,
it
fuck that. It gotta be like the nuclear bomb codes, nigga.
wasn't active, it didn't even have a pin to pull. As for the safe, it's still unknown what's inside.
To this
Leave it
day,
as that. Leave it as that.
or to this point of the story, because I need to know. I really do.
Jerry never gave an update on if he was even able to get it open or not.
You wanna know why you didn't give an update? That nigga's dead. That nigga touched some shit. Boom, everything gone.
I wasn't that
Wait
disturbed.
a minute. Why didn't he give an update though? What the fuck?
Wait, hold
Oh,
up. He's still hold on. He just
Owen
said something.
Cullen was a retired
Never mind, it's a new
73-year-old
story.
living-
No, that was even that disturbing.
No.
It was more disturbing when I thought I saw a face.
It was more disturbing because he didn't give an update. Because that either means two things. That means one, he died, or two, he was like, "Fuck it, I'm taking the world into my hands." And now he's just moving with like all the like fucking ammunition he asked for. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what's going on now. He's
It's like at the end of the Dark Knight where Robin accidentally finds the Bat
That's
key.
what I'm saying.
It just becomes Batman.
He didn't have a driver's license, and so he was arrested on the spot. Police searched his truck, and strangely, they found 5 undersized sharks in a large circular tank in the bed of the truck.
Sharks? What the
Yeah.
fuck? No, Lefty. I was trolling when I said I need to hear about a fucking megalodon in this bitch basement. And this nigga's finding sharks in the back of this
He had
nigga's van.
5 baby sharks in his trunk.
truck. Owning or even transporting these animals was illegal in the state without a proper license, something which
He just
Joshua didn't
committed, like,
have.
3 federal crimes in like 5 minutes. Like, owning, transport, and driving without a license. Like,
Nigga got fucking because he got sharks in his car, bro.
Joshua admitted that he was transporting the sharks to New York.
what's
and
that on
intended
the
to
road?
sell
Oh, that's a
them.
car. I didn't know. I didn't know it was moving.
This prompted police to request a search warrant of Joshua's house. They were granted it days later. They immediately searched the house, and when they entered the basement, they found a 15-foot above-ground pool.
What the
Inside
fuck
were
up?
What the fuck he got going on? He
Shut
wasn't.
the fuck up. No, I need to hear the rest.
legally kept sharks, some of them endangered. There were 10 of them in total. 7 live sandbar sharks, 2 dead leopard sharks, and a dead hammerhead shark.
How
The
the
animals
fuck
were
did he
kept-
get a hammerhead shark? Bro, you don't sneak that in, bro. Like how the
No,
fuck?
this isn't disturbing. This is hilarious.
Where do you find that?
He just had like 10 exotic sharks and swimming around in his basement. Like, what the fuck?
2019, police discovered an underground
Yeah, that
bunker
story- that
under
last
a
story was
remote
hilarious.
farmhouse in the Netherlands.
That looks really
Living
fucking-
inside of it, they found a bunker.
That layout, that looks fucking cool.
If this is where the story takes place, there's like, there should be no one breaking into your basement.
You shouldn't smell a single cigarette. You smell a cigarette, get the Remington.
Look
under
how
a
far they had to
remote
walk
farmhouse
just
in
to
the
get to
Netherlands.
That's what I'm saying. Like they
Living
gotta
inside
die.
of it, they found a 58-year-old man and a family of 6 siblings ranging from 18 to 25 years old when they were discovered.
Wait, discovered? Where is this story going? Like, what
They found the family from Resident Evil. Like,
yeah, like what is happening?
they found them. They're real.
The 6
They
siblings had
exist.
been living solely in the bunker for nearly a decade.
Huh?
Okay, this one's some shit.
This is the Resident Evil family. Like,
This some shit in the bunker, nigga. They couldn't go upstairs.
This became apparent when they were questioned by police and struggled to form full sentences. It was later revealed that none of them had been to school a day in their lives. They didn't even know any other.
Where did the police come from? Like, why did they take this house?
yo, there's so much going on.
No, he's being so vague with this one. Out of all the other ones, there's so much detail. This nigga's just like, police showed up. It's like 6.
They just found a family living down there. Like,
people existed in the world. All 7 of them were allegedly staying in the bunker to hide and wait for the end of the world to come. It wasn't until the oldest of the 6 siblings broke out of the bunker and ran to a nearby pub that anyone was made aware. This was the first time the man had seen sunlight in nearly a decade.
he's the
The
one
man
that
took
got
up a
away.
conversation.
Yo, my face. This whole video is. This shit crazy, bro.
with the pub's
Shit
owner.
like this shouldn't be in the natural world. Like this shit shouldn't be a real thing. This is some like third world country shit. No, nigga, we're in the U.S.
Who, after hearing his story, called the police and alerted them of the situation. That's when the police raided the underground bunker and freed the rest of the siblings, who all wished to change how they lived. The police put the 58-year-old man in custody, and that's when they discovered that he wasn't the siblings' father as they had originally assumed. The man didn't even own the farmhouse they had been hiding in.
What the fuck?
The windows had been boarded up, and it appeared they had been living self-sufficiently with their own vegetable garden and animals. The 58-year-old man was arrested and later questioned further by police, but he never gave them his identity. As for the siblings, they were all brought to a safer place. The community was left in nothing but shock after the whole discovery.
I need some more details on that one. I'm not
no,
like, you know how crazy that is too, to just not know that like the world exists, and then like 5 minutes later you just see a bunch of humans. Like that shit crazy.
You for your like, cause think about it. There's a 25-year-old in there that thinks the world's been ending for the last 25 years old, like 25 years. And then he walks outside and there's just other humans and shit. First of all, how the fuck did he get this? Like, it wasn't even their farm. Whose farm was it? And why do they never?
It wasn't even their dad. Like it was just some random old man.
That was just
Yeah,
hiding
this
kids
one
in
needs like a whole documentary. Like I need this. There's too many questions.
I gotta check the comments on this shit. They gotta be talking about that last one.